Okay po.
So, hello everyone, good day. We have here Trisha May, and this time we will interview her and her book too. So, anyway, Trisha, can you tell us what was your book all about?
So good day everyone. I am Trisha. I'm currently writing on some online writing platforms. I am a student and I wrote this novel entitled The Martyr Wife, which actually states a wife's life, obviously, but apart from the daily life of a housewife, it also shows the total responsibility of a wife, of a mother. And the story begins with a major accident of Felicity and her husband Pernell. And in that accident, they will face the bitterness of life in all aspects. And in short, this is a story about a mom, a surrogate mother, a mistress, and a lover.
Oh, wow, that seems so really exciting. So, everyone, you should be reading this book, especially those people that are living in the Philippines. So, it's not tragic, right? Or secret.
Oh, that's a secret for now.
Okay. Anyway, so let the readers find out after they read the book whether it's tragic or a happy ending. But yeah, Trisha, what pushed you to write this book?
Okay, I wrote this book because not because I am a martyr. I was actually inspired by the people around me kasi 'di ba po, when we say a martyr, we have our own definition to it. And for me, when it comes to this, a martyr is someone who is devotedly in love with someone who is highly troubled or dislikable. Or it is a person or a kind of person that a very few people in real life would stick with. So in this is and this is supposed to showcase the kind of pure and selfless love that can bring out our good side and even the most damaged and embittered people. So I don't want to give myself a pain, but I wrote this for other people to read, mapamartir man po o hindi, because I believe that a martyr, it is not just you as a man or as a woman. I believe that we are all martyrs of life. So I wrote this to remind that they are not alone and to remind them that whatever they are feeling right now, someone is worried, someone wants to sympathize with them. Yan. To be honest po kasi, I wrote this book with nothing. Bale, I just wanted to write them because it hurt. I know na masakit siya. So I really prepared myself for this. I actually I actually read some blogs about pain, about marriages because I don't have any idea about it. Or maybe I have, but I'm sure that is a tip from the very huge part of their lives. And then I was like writing an updates every day. Tapos biglang marami na pong nag-comment. They became interested in the story. They are touched when there's a scene about how sincere, how pure a family is. They laugh at those funny scenes. They are hurt. They are crying with the protagonist in the story. They'll be enraged when the female lead is hurt. Tapos yung isa naman nanloloko. So this book is just really special for me because their support was really warm and they accompanied my emotions to the end. You know.
Wow. Okay, that was mind blowing. And thank you very much for sharing that one. And yes, I am too curious and I'm really looking forward what is the book really meant for me as well. And all right, so thanks Trisha. Now, when did you realize that you really wanted to write and how?
I started writing during my high school years. It's 2014 to 2015 po. That's the time where we just write in a notebook. That's the one with the chaotic point of views of different characters. Then once you're done, you're like, let your classmates read it. So back then, I realized that I wanted to be a writer. I want to, make a book, publish a book. I said I don't want to share it with just my classmates. I want my words to be with other people all over the country. Yeah, but at 15, my vision was there, and it's really pure.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, and now, not just your classmates then that would be able to read your book, but it's like worldwide or nationwide in the sense. So, yeah, congratulations for it, Trisha. So, is there any particular genre that you love to write? So, if so, what and why?
Well, ito po, I started writing in romance, which I really enjoyed. I can really express not myself because I was really young back then. It was my imagination, mostly teen fiction, young adult genre. But now I really enjoy writing crime thrillers, mystery. The more horrible the crime is, the better for me. The menacing atmospheres, violence, murders, tensions.
Oh,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I love for romance stories stay the same. Now I'm also exploring other genres, and I plan to have a fantasy or a sci-fi stories.
Okay, I see. So aside from romance, you tend to like venture in a lot of genre, right? So yeah, that's the spirit. So you like to read as well.
Yes, super. Yun po
Okay. All right. So which one do you prefer, like English novels or Filipino novels?
No, it's more on English stories, English novels.
Ah, okay. I see. All right. Thank you, Trisha, for that. So, in The Martyr Wife, who was your favorite character to write?
I guess this is the most hardest question among all of them because they're all special to me. They might visit me in my dreams and be jealous.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, yeah.
The most memorable character for me, and it would be Cornell, the ano, the character that I had a hard time talaga writing because I need to make him a bad turn into an innocent person. Kasi I want to make the readers despise him, then love him in the end. I want the readers to regret doubting him, just like just like the female lead Felicity.
Mm, okay. So, there's like a backstory on that character. All right. So, yeah, that makes the story more exciting. So, I hope you guys watching this to really buy and read. Okay. So yes, now of all the characters in this book, so is there any similar to you when it comes to traits? Who and why?
Si ano po, si Felicity kasi martyr ako. But kidding
Okay. Mm-hmm.
aside, it would still be Felicity. Not because I'm a self-proclaimed martyr, but because in the story, Felicity does everything over things and someone she values. I know that being a martyr is a choice, but the fact that she didn't give up fulfilling her promise, even though she was exhausted in the end, is somehow ideal for all of us. Um, if you can gamble, why not, di ba po? If you can still fight, di ba? If I can still fight, why should I back down? So just like Felicity, I know that I have uh, the fight to overcome too. Although we are not exactly the same, I am more willing to face anything until the last bit of me.
Okay, wow, that was deep. So yeah, I think everyone has a martyr side, right? So maybe, yeah, I hate to admit it, but yes, of course. Now, in writing, Trisha, so since you mentioned that you are a student, right? So how did you find time or manage your time?
Being a student is already hectic. Maraming makaka-relate po. In class, we need proper time management. We do this after we do that. And I guess it looks like the school was has been really my training ground. And for now, I'm quite successful in managing my time in both schools and in writing. And pero sometimes I also lose my discipline din po. But I usually took the consequences of it. For example, I haven't done something for today that I really plan. I will insert it to the next day, and I'll be more spirited because I'll tell myself that walang reward for it kapag hindi ko siya nagawa ngayon. So as a person, I'm very fixated on my plans. Sometimes there will be times that I'm annoyed with myself for not doing it. Then after that, I will eventually overcome. It's actually, self versus self.
Oh, okay. So yes, an aspiring writer myself, I really tend to procrastinate a lot. So like, yeah, okay, I can relate to that as well. But we really need to be disciplined and fix our goals, right? Okay, so thank you, Trisha, for your very wonderful answer. So, in writing the Martyr Wife, is there any outline that you have followed, like in a strict manner?
Yes. Most especially, masyado po siyang, magulo. Paiba-iba yung mga characters, yung takbo ng storya. Nag-outline po ako, and I also do a lot of research. I read books, journals, real-life articles. Because that's how it is, di ba po? Especially when we write, it is as if it were forbidden to make a mistakes. So, we need to be sure that we are writing what we are writing, and most of the time, well, I spend most of the time researching, finding this and that, than the actual writing.
Okay, so yes, I think that's a valid reason not to write because when we do research, we hate that the readers will be misinformed to the things that we write, and especially that things we are not really expert about those. So yeah, thank you, Theresa, for your answer. Now, what were your learnings during the writing process?
So as I've said before, I started writing with nothing at all. No one's waiting for my updates. No one is reading. No one is reading po talaga. Walang wala. Then suddenly, someone noticed this story. This story pa nga po. And many commented about it. I got to talk to them. The others were messaging me, telling me how they are feeling as they wait. But um, yun talaga, hindi ko po siya makakalimutan. Kasi I just planned to write then. I just wanted to fulfill my dreams, do what I want to do. But then those who read the story eventually became my friends, my family. They open up to me like how they relate to the characters in this story. And then the next few days, I'm listening to their own stories, their successful, happy, or failed relationship. They will tell me how they were inspired by my story. And among all those learnings, I'm sure that's what I won't forget. Kasi po, I started with nothing. I started out as a dot or a dirt on a clean piece of paper. And after hearing all those stories, I learned a lot of good things. I learned that these good things we can't give we can't get that easily. You'll not solely appreciate the beauty of life if you are not patient. Kasi sabi po nila, di ba,
True.
good things takes time. That's
Yes. Mhm.
uh and honestly, I went through that situation. I got so impatient. Thus, then when I got bored, you'll become more frustrated with yourself. Kapag nangyari yun, the more you'll doubt yourself, like, if I can really do it, if it's really meant for me. Until you realize that you are lonely about it and you have no urge to write anymore. So after that, I prayed and prayed po. I asked for his guidance. Sabi ko, there will be times nga po na I will ask him if this is, kung para ba talaga sa akin itong pagsusulat. Kasi nga po, wala talaga. So after all those trying, those hardships, I am pretty much stuck. Tapos pagkatapos, I had ito na, small writing family. I was appreciated by a few. I was able to inspire other people.
Right. And I would also consider that as one of your successes, right? So you will become a successful writer when you have someone like inspired by you and by your stories. So, yes, okay. So, Trisha, for you, what do you think makes a good story?
Since then, I've been holding on to this quote, write what you wanted to read. And that quote is just everything that will be a good story for me. Kasi iniisip ko po that the stories, the books are really different, just like us, just like the people. And every book, I believe, has a good story, and they are all significant.
I see. So, yes, that's a really wonderful answer. And thank you so much, Trisha. So, yes, aside from being a student and a writer, so what are the things that you like to do when you have free time and when you're not writing?
Marami po. Actually, those things were really my enemies because they are my distractions. But when I'm tired, there are way to do things pa rin naman. I play guitar, I watch dramas, a lot of them. And most especially, I still fall into thinking of endless concepts and story plots pa rin. Into writing pa din talaga.
Oh, okay. Like when you see something and you realize that it's good if you will include that as one of the scenes in your stories. So
Yes.
yes, okay. All right. Thank you, Trisha, for sharing that. Also, what do you like or what advice would you give to those aspiring writers aiming to become a published author like you?
That's it. Uh, write the story that you wanted to read po. Um, we should always run our own race eh. We shouldn't worry about how fast someone else writes, how much another person earns, how many followers another author has. Write what makes you excited. Then everything I know everything will follow. We should always write something we are passionate about, that because that passion will carry us through the ups and downs of the process. Because I believe this will not be easy. Kasi hindi naman po talaga madali ang magsulat. Sabi ko nga po, madali magsimula. Pero yung magpatuloy, yun yung challenge. Nakakainip. There are times when we wish that it would have been possible and we should happen now. It should happen now. But when we are passionate about it, we will be waiting for ourselves. We will wait for that. Tapos mapapansin mo, ito na yung opportunity. It is waving at us. And yeah, lastly, don't follow the trends. Stay focused and write what you enjoy writing. We should never write for money or follow the trends of what might be selling at the time. Write something that you can write something that you can not only be proud of, but also
Mhm.
where you can enjoy the process of writing. And
Right.
most of all po, make sure you have a life while doing it. Hindi lang pwedeng puro na lang tayo sulat. We should exercise, teach others, build, vote, explore, learn, ano pa ba, grow, have friends, and most of all, love. Because it
True.
only inform, hindi lang siya makapag-inform sa writing po natin because it will also be we will also be healthier person for writing, mentally and physically po.
Okay. All right. So I would also take that advice of yours as an aspiring writer myself, as what I've said earlier. But yes, anyway, aside from the Martyr Wife, the new released book, So, any other thing or announcement you'd like to let everyone know about your writing career?
I will write. Magsusulat lang ako. Magpapatuloy lang ako magsulat. I have many more stories to write. I'll be on online writing platforms, writing daily. I plan to have another book by next year, and I'm actually planning to create a podcast channel to create some audiobooks po. So I hope those who supported me then will still support me, and I'll be forever grateful for that.
All right. So yes, thank you, Trisha, and we will be looking forward to your next book as well. I'm sure that that is great. Anyway, so are there any people you'd like to thank, or you can invite readers to follow you on your social media sites? Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to thank all of them. I want to thank them for being there because this is actually my third book, but they never failed to support me. They accepted me and loved me for who I am as well as my dreams. So thank you so much to my family and friends, for my mama and papa. I'm in the process and I'm being proud of myself too. To Charles, I know you'll be watching this. Thank you so much. And you have something to read again. To my writing family, those who have already bought the book, to Miss RC who helped me market my other books, to my sis, Maria Guy, Ate Eunice, Ma'am Meg, Ma'am Fleur de Luisa, Ma'am Mitch Fernandez, Ma'am Mai, sa inyo po lahat-lahat. Hindi ko na po kayo mention lahat, but I want to say thank you. Also, kay Den po and Rose, thank you, thank you. More activities to come. And also, you can,
Yes.
I want to show the book na po.
Yes, sure. You can show that one to everyone. Yeah, go ahead.
Story of Felicity and Cornell. Ito po siya, so pretty. And I hope you can support me and welcome them warmly. And to avail a copy, you can visit the Ukiyoto Publishing website or message me directly on my Facebook account and elsewhere. This is such a beauty from front to back. Thank you so much.
Wow. All right. So yes, from the cover already, I know don't judge a book by its cover, but the cover already is beautiful. It's great. So wow. All right. So yes, everyone, don't forget to message Trisha on your Facebook. Yeah. What's your Facebook again? And you have Instagram or yeah.
Facebook.
Mhm.
Trisha lang rin yung pangalan.
Okay. All right. Yes. Thank. Mhm.
Na. So you can message me po.
All right. So now, finally, how was your experience with Ukiyoto Publishing?
So Ukiyoto Publishing gave justice gave justice to my book. They're actually extremely beautiful and I'm so speechless when they arrive. The feeling that your expectations were really high na, but they still exceeded that. They're open to answering all your questions. They're also open to suggestions, which I totally adore. And everything in Ukiyoto Publishing is the first time for me. I felt like it's my first time, though the Martyr Wife is my third book, because the amusement, the excitement, and as well as adoration was perfect. Plus, I'm so flattered to attend an interview like this. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you to Trisha and congratulations. So, yeah, that was it. And also, I really thank you for attending this interview. So, goodbye and take care.
Thank you.